Shalom, shalom, shalom. How's everyone doing today? At the time of watching this video, maybe it's morning for you, maybe it's evening, maybe it's night, whatever might have you. Gonna jump on, make a quick little video. I'll talk about some discipline in business. I was on my way. I'm actually about to go get a quick workout in, and it just kind of made me think. It's a Sunday morning. It's like 8 something in the morning, and it just kind of had me thinking about, and I'm like, wow. Of course, last night was Saturday night, right? Obvious reasons, and a lot of people went out. They got them something to drink, and they partied, and they can't get up this morning to go hit the gym, work, anything for that matter, right? Now, I know a lot of people, they go to church on Sundays, right? I'm a Hebraic man, so Hebrew Israelite. I keep the Shabbat, the Sabbath, which is on a Saturday, so that's why today I'm not in church. It's Sunday. Sunday's the first day, not the seventh day. In the Bible, they teach us to keep the Shabbat, the Sabbath, on the seventh day, not the first day. But anyway, that's not the reason of this video. Maybe we can talk about that another time. But so I was thinking, and I'm like, man, a lot of people I can't even hit up. A lot of my friends or whatever, they don't really hit the gym on Sunday mornings because they went out last night. Let me go back. I'm not gonna say a lot of my friends because I don't really have a lot of friends at all. I'm gonna say one or two of my gym partners. Let me say that. Kind of work out with. They can't really turn up this morning because number one, it's a little too early on a Sunday because they've done a lot of things the night before, right? Me myself, I got me some rest last night, right? So I can get up this morning, I go hit the gym, and then I can do everything else that I need to do as it pertains to my business and stuff like that, like making this video, right? So I'm not hungover. I don't feel all weird and crazy or whatever because I was up all night partying, this and that. What does any of that have to do with this video specifically? Well, this video, we're going to talk about the power of being disciplined. The power of being disciplined in your business. The power of being disciplined in your life, right? A lot of people think that they're searching for like this motivation, right? It's like, man, I need to be motivated. I need to get some energy. I need to, motivate myself. So they listen to a lot of motivational speeches. They'll read a lot of motivational books. They'll go on YouTube and check out all the motivational gurus, all these type of things. Where in reality, they just need to be disciplined. That's it. They need to be more disciplined, or they just need to become disciplined. Just in general, a lot of people, they're not disciplined at all, right? A lot of people, they know what to do and they know how to do it, but they just don't do it. Why is that? They're not disciplined, right? They're not able to go through the pain of, not getting rewarded instantly and all these type of things. So in this video, we're going to go over a couple things that you can implement in your life, in your business, today, instant, and you will start seeing some fruit from those seeds that you're going to start planting today in your business, in your life, as it pertains to being more disciplined, and you're going to see the benefits pretty fast, I promise you. So stick with me for a second. We're going to jump right in the video. All right, so we made it back from the gym. I had a nice workout session. I was able to work some chest, some arms, stuff like that. Went on ahead and read some of my book that I'm reading right now, which is a very, very good book. Hit the jacuzzi, got me some me time, chilled out, meditate a little bit. I'm gonna run a couple errands and now I'm back. So we're gonna jump into this information that I have for y'all. And once again, these are things that I implemented myself, and it works for me. So this is why I bring this information out to you guys to help y'all implement it in your life, in your business. And I promise you, like, it's gonna work because it's based off of principles, not just he say, she say of how someone feels, right? Also, I done it myself. I do it myself today, and it works, right? So let's get straight into it. The number one thing is, and we're gonna go back and forth, like the difference between motivation and discipline. Of course, discipline is gonna always win because you're not gonna always feel motivated to get the job done or to do the thing, right? So I'm gonna show you a couple different things, the difference between what could be motivation and the difference between what is actual discipline, right? And once again, you always want to pick discipline over motivation, all right? So the number one thing is this, and it doesn't have to be in order, all right? It's just my, on a list, right? Because I got some notes right here on my phone to go over. But this is not number one. It's not in order, but it's just the first one. It's waking up early. Let me show you the difference between being motivated to wake up early and discipline. Motivation, waking up early when the time is right on certain days, meaning the certain days is big, right? Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you might wake up early, but on Monday and Fridays, you don't. Why is that? Because Mondays, you probably don't like Mondays because it's the start of the week for some. And then Fridays is probably you kind of going into the weekend, you kind of dying out, right? But whatever days that you consider a work day, for me, is 6 days, 1 day off, right? Which is Saturday is the day off. Sunday through Friday, I wake up early, no matter what. It doesn't matter. And then it also doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I'm working from home, from the office, I wake up early. If I'm driving a truck, I might have to drive a truck. Like recently I've been driving, right? Why is that? Because one of my drivers had an issue, so I had to fill in that spot. Well, guess what? I'm going to wake up early no matter what, right? If I just went to bed 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, I'm still going to wake up early. If I went to bed early, I'm still going to wake up early in the morning, right? Waking up early is very important. Once again, do what you want to do, but I'm telling you what I do, right? And it worked for me, and it helps my business so much. Waking up early is very, very good quality as a person in general, but it helps in business. Why? For me, my phone rings nonstop. I'm running trucks. Sometimes I'm dispatching. I'm dealing with mechanics. I'm dealing with brokers. I'm dealing with marketing. I'm dealing with creating content. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. I got family, all kind of stuff. Well, early in the morning, one thing about it is it's very calm and you can actually hear yourself think more. So I do a lot of meditation in the morning. I do a lot of reading. If I'm studying for something, I'm working on learning a new skill or something like that, I'm gonna do it in the morning, right? When things are quiet, I can cut my phone off, or I don't even really have to, because in the morning, nobody's really gonna be calling me that early. What's early for me? 3:30, 4 o'clock would be like an early morning wake up for me, right? Most of the time my alarm is set for 3:45 no matter what. 5 o'clock is not late, but it's normal for me to wake up at 5. So the difference between being motivated and discipline is getting up early because it's a part of who you are. See, that's a part of who I am. So I'm gonna get up early regardless, no matter what. I have to actually fight myself to not get up early on days that I don't want to, like a Sabbath, right? I have to actually try my best to go to sleep as late as possible, eat late, all this stuff, so I can get me some rest on a Sabbath, right? And not wake up so early. So that's the difference between motivation and discipline when it comes to waking up early. Number two, it's gonna be your working out and your health, right? So motivation is, you'll hit the gym when you have the energy, right? But we all know if you work out or if you want to get to working out, you won't do it when you don't have the energy, right? It's very, very hard to make yourself get up when you don't actually have the energy to get up and go work out, right? Or, so you want this motivation, you want the time to be right, you want to have on the right clothes, you want to feel good about it, you want to be well rested, you don't want your body to hurt and all that. Listen, you're seeking motivation. Just be disciplined. Just do it anyway. You know, so what does that look like? Being disciplined when it comes down to the gym and your health, eating right and all this type of things, right? Because a healthy body helps with having a healthy mind. And when you have a healthy mind, you can process things different. You can learn faster, right? You're going to be more disciplined, right? When it comes down to these things, because when you have a corrupt mind and a corrupt body, it's a bunch of conflict going on in there and all that. Maybe that's for another video, so I'll save that. I'm not going to go too deep into that. But you want to have energy, and you have to have energy to get the work done. If you want to work long hours in the day, you have to have energy. Energy is very important. And working out gets that energy going. It gets that blood pumping, you know what I mean? Getting up early gets that going, you know, same thing, right? So for me, it's just a part of who I am, right? I just go to the gym. It's normal, second nature. I go to the gym, or I'll, you know, if I can't get to the gym, I work out at home in my garage or wherever I'm at, right? Like, you know, if you're a truck driver or freight dispatcher, whatever it is, go get a Planet Fitness, $10, $50, whatever it is. I got one too. I have 2 gym memberships. One, I have at Planet Fitness, so when I travel, I can always hit the gym, take a shower, do whatever I want. $27, right? It's fully loaded with everything that they have to offer. Then I have another one that's like $80, but it's, you know, at a good fitness center, but they have a gym, basketball, racquetball, pickleball, saunas, multiple pools, jacuzzis, all this type of stuff, cold, you know, all kind of stuff. So it's a vibe, like it's nice. So I have that one too, but it's only when I'm home, right? So, you know, you don't have to get a expensive gym membership. Get you a cheaper one like Planet Fitness. It's not that much, $27, right? Just, and they're everywhere, even if you live in a country, right? So stay on top of your health and working out so you can have that energy and stuff like that. All right, the next thing is managing your money. This is very, 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 very important, especially when it comes down to running a business. Number one, you need to get control of your personal finances first before you can ever manage business finances, because your personal finances is who you are, right? Which is your personal business, right? So if you can't manage your personal finances, maybe you're a truck driver right now, you don't have your trucking business yet. Maybe you're working somewhere and you want to be a freight dispatcher, whatever it is. Until you can manage, you know, whatever you're making, let's say you're making $1,000 to $2,000 a week as just on a regular job, or however you're making that money, and that's your personal finances, and you can't get in order your personal bills, making sure they paid, nothing's getting cut off, everything's in order, everything's in line, you got it in like a spreadsheet, or however you keep track of everything, you're writing it down, or you have it in some type of app or whatever like that, right? You need to do that for your personal business first, because like the scripture says, ye who's faithful over a little bit will be faithful over a lot. Oh, I'm paraphrasing, don't you know, get on me too much about that, but you will be rewarded a lot. But you have to be faithful over a little first, right? So you're gonna show how you're gonna take care of this big business, because remember, when you make this business, let's just say you get one truck and you're an operator now. Well, you're gonna jump from making $1,000 to $2,000 a week, especially if you're on your own authority, and now you're gonna be having like $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 in 1 week coming into your account. And you're gonna need to know how to manage that. You're gonna need to know where to put this money at for your maintenance, for your truck note, for your breakdowns, pay yourself, all these type of things. Well, guess what? You learn that from running your house as a business, running your family as a business, running your personal business stuff first, right? So, you know, motivation is, hey, I'm gonna do all that when I actually get the business and I start making some money. Discipline is, no, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm only making $700 a week. I'm gonna put $70 to the side for savings. Well, I can't save that much. Save 17. Well, I can't save that much. I'm living check to check. Save 7. Stop going to Starbucks. Stop eating out, right? Eat corn and rice. Do whatever you got to do. Once again, I'm not telling you nothing that I haven't done, right? I've done this personally. Corn and rice, peas and rice, peanut butter and honey. Like, listen, real talk. This is, I'm telling you what's real, right? I had to do what I had to do, living in the truck. I did whatever I had to do. I still do whatever I have to do now, right? I'm not prideful over building my business because I know that one day I want cash flow coming in for me and my children, more so for my children and my children's children, right? The Bible tells you that a great man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, right? So keep that in mind when you're building your business, that especially if you're a man, you want to be leaving wealth for your children, your children's children, right? So have a greater purpose, have a bigger purpose at hand, not just for you to make you some money, right? What does that look like for discipline, right? Well, for me, I set myself and I pay myself a percentage of whatever the business making. It doesn't matter what I do, if I'm doing dispatching work, and if I'm driving a truck, if I'm whatever, right? That's only my money. And even with that being said, even though that's my money, quote unquote, I mean, all of it is in a sense, but just the amount that I pay myself, even though that's a certain amount that I pay myself, I still don't mess over that, right? I manage that well. And sometimes I might take that money and double down. Maybe go buy another truck or whatever. I might have been working for a while. And I'm like, dang, I got a couple stacks or whatever. Let me take that, go buy a trailer. Let me take that, go buy another truck. Let me go take that and, buy me some education, whatever it is, right? So I automatically put it to the side, no matter what. I just do that. That's being disciplined, taking care of that. Remember, one, your personal finances, and then when you get to the business, if you already have the business, first check your personal finances and then start working on your business finances, all right? Get some help with that, get you an accountant, get you some online apps, talk to ChatGPT. There's ways, right? They got free ways and paid ways, all right? Cool. The next one is a trucking/business task, right? So that could be like marketing, prospecting. Maybe you have a authority and you need drivers, you have trucks. Well, you should always be putting out ads or content or whatever it is that you're doing to prospect drivers, right? Getting new drivers, because you don't want, when you need a driver, you got to go look for one. You want to already have some numbers on deck. Maybe you need direct freight. You should constantly be making these calls, talking to brokers, doing these type of things, right? Getting the necessary software that you need, these type of things as well, to make sure you're getting loads. If you're a freight dispatcher, maybe, once again, marketing your business, making the cold calls, making what a motivational side is. If you think that it's going to work and you're going to make money off this and how beautiful it is, that's going to motivate you to do it. But the thing about it, that's not a long-term good strategy, right? You need something you can do based off of principles. Well, the discipline of it is making 100 cold calls every single day, period. You don't need to be motivated to do that. You need to be disciplined to do that. And this goes for if you're a freight dispatcher or your own operator, under your own authority or whatever. You don't even have to be under your own authority, right? I built the business under someone's authority and under my own authority. Like, it doesn't matter, right? If you're an operator, you need to be calling everybody in your area or whoever you're looking to get freight from, right? And you need to be banging the phones. Hey, look, I just want to let you know I'm in the area, or I run these type of lanes. Is there anything I can offer to you? If I can quote some lanes for you, maybe I can haul a load for you, whatever. If you're a freight dispatch, you need to be, and you're trying to get clients, i.e. owner operators, you need to be making your calls. Every day, you need to be making your calls. 100 calls a day, right? Not when you feel like it. No, you need to do it no matter what. Why? Seed time, harvest time. Seed time, harvest time. Making the calls is planting the seed, all right? Please believe that there will be a harvest time, period. The Most High said that seed time, harvest time will never cease to exist, ever. It's going to always be like that. So if you sow seed, you will reap a harvest. So just keep making the calls, keep sending the emails, keep creating the content, and eventually it's going to be harvest time. But you got to be disciplined to do that. You're not going to always be motivated to do that. All right. So next thing is which is one of my best favorite, right? Faith and prayer. Yes, I'm going to bring that up, right? I know some of you probably going to be like, oh man, we talking about. Listen, if you want to run a business and you're going to be a businessman or businesswoman, and this is what you say you're going to do, you're going to make something great of yourself, especially with a business, right? Listen, you're going to need faith. Motivation ain't going to get you there. Motivation is only praying. Let's give an example, like only praying when it's hard, right? So you're motivated to pray. You're motivated to be positive. You're motivated to have gratitude. But what about when things are good? They're not so bad, right? Do you pray then? Do you constantly tell the Father, thank you? I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful, even though I don't have clients yet. I'm grateful to have a phone to just be able to cold call. I'm grateful that, I'm able to pay my phone bill, and I have this nice brand new iPhone. I have Wi-Fi, whatever, and I can make my calls. I'm so grateful, even though I don't have my authority yet, or I don't have my own truck yet. I'm so grateful that I have my CDL and I have a job, and I can learn how to run a trucking business from the place that I work at, right? I'm so grateful that I'm making the money that I'm making, even though I don't have my own truck, my own authority yet or whatever, and I can save a couple $100 a week, right? I'm so grateful, even though I don't have the money to maybe pay someone to learn about freight dispatching or whatever, I have YouTube for free. Watch it on my phone. You understand where I'm going with this? So always be grateful, always show gratitude, always pray, right? Always, 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 all right? How do you do that? You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined to do that. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so next one is relationships and communication. Motivation, when it comes down to creating relationships, is creating relationships when it benefits you, all right? Discipline looks like creating relationships even though it doesn't benefit you in that moment, right? Once again, seed time, harvest time, seed time, harvest time. You help people, you create good relationships with people. Even if it doesn't come back, the harvest time doesn't come back with that person, you will get it with another person, right? Trust me when I'm telling you this. I'm telling you everything that I do. Listen, I have so many relationships. I've helped so many people. I don't even remember their names. We probably don't do no business with each other no more or whatever like that. But guess what? I have so many other people that I have good relationships with. And listen, they give me favor. I get trucks from them, trailers. I can say, hey, look, can I pay you later? Whatever. And they're like, yeah, you're good for it. Well, that comes from relationships. That comes from maybe I did things for them specifically and then charged them, or maybe they needed me and I helped them out. Maybe not. Maybe they just seen what I did for another person, right? So, but I wasn't motivated to do that at the time, right? I was disciplined to do it, right? Why is that? Because I already know, and I made a plan. I already know these are things that I have to do based off of studying and realizing and going through stuff and all that. These are things I need to do in order for me to be successful, right? So I'm disciplined in that, all right? Next one, right, is gonna be focus, and content creation. This is one that I kind of struggle with when it comes down to, YouTube and social media, right? Social media is just so fast. It's challenging to post every day or whatever, however, we gotta do it. I'm more of a YouTube guy. Lately, I just been working on some other projects, and then I actually had some other stuff going on in my life. So I slowed down on content a whole lot. But I'm about to pick it back up once again. Why? Because I fell off of being disciplined. I relied on motivation, and I was not motivated, right? I wasn't motivated to do this video, but I'm doing it, right? Why? Because I'm leaning into me being disciplined to do it, right? I haven't been motivated to do content at all, probably for the last couple months, right? And if you look at my channel, you'll probably see that. And that's why it's not good to rely on motivation. Motivation looks like when the time is right, when you're rested, when you got your camera, when you got the right scenery, when whatever. Listen, no, be disciplined. Make the content. Create the content, right? Focus in on it, right? Be focused, all right? And then last but not least, right, is rest, okay? Make sure you get you some rest. You got to reset. Biblically, work 6 days, take one off, whatever day that you choose. And the reason why I'm saying it is because I know everybody that's probably watching the channel don't follow the same thing. But I take the 7th day off, which is Saturday, right? Like the scripture says, and I take the 7th day and I rest, all right? I have to be disciplined to do that because I just kind of want to just go and keep rolling. But I have to rest. I have to get my mind together. I have to regroup. I have to go into that meditation, worship my Father. And, motivation is like resting when you get burnt out. Sometimes I'm not burnt out, right? But I have to sit down and chill out, relax, right? Get that word in me, study, and chill. So I do that because I'm more disciplined now to do so. So we went over these things, which was 8 points on motivation, certain examples between motivation and discipline. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know, are you more of a motivated person or you rely on discipline, right? After this video, which one are you gonna lean into moving forward? Will it be more of being motivated or will it be more of being disciplined, right? I would love to hear from you guys. And until the next video, I really would love to hear from you guys. So make sure you put some comments and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.